Welcome to this week's issue of Print21, the weekly news bulletin from Print21, the industry's biggest, best, brightest magazine and news website. My name is Wayne Robinson. Today we're at Global Activate, or Global Citizen. It's an event at the University of New South Wales, and it's all to do with plastic and dealing with plastic waste, trying to create the plastic economy, or the circular 360-degree economy. Plastic, of course, is a huge issue in printing because plenty of plastic is printed on. This is sponsored by Procter & Gamble, one of the huge global brands of the industry. And of course the labels, the shrink sleeve, the in-mold labelling is all a big part of that. The news this week in the print industry, training is a hot topic. The PVCA, formerly PIAA, they have managed to get a review of the National Training Skills List. That's important for print because at the moment printing and packaging are not on that list, and that list qualifies for government assistance. The PVCA has been lobbying hard for several months now and has now got a review of that list. That's stage one. Stage two is actually to get printing and packaging on that list. Lobby your MP, lobby Michaela Cash, and hopefully we'll get them on the list. The big financial news this week comes from Ovato. Ovato's results just out. Tough set of results, 8.8% decrease in sales. Company slipped into the red from 1.1 million profit to 4.4 million in the red. Sales down to $667 million. Kevin Slavin told me it's on the back of a tough year in the newspaper sector as real estate exits that market, as the Nine and Fairfax merger takes production in that direction. Tough story in New Zealand as well, ferocious price war going on there in the heat set web and the cold set market, and also retail sales, as we all know, where retail market was very difficult in the first 6 months this year. However, Kevin told me that there's plenty of positive sides for Ovato. Its new site, its super site at Warwick Farm is on course. That'll be up and running by the end of the year. Moorebank will be closed, $24 million worth of savings there. Its strategy of focusing on catalogues in the food, the beverage, the grocery sector is paying off. That market is really strong. And then also, of course, Ovato, more than half the award winners at the RMC Awards, formerly the Australian Catalogue Awards, were printed by Ovato, including the Judge's Choice, the Aldi Christmas Catalogue. So things looking bright, as Kevin says, for Ovato there. Also in the news this week, always good to report on new companies starting in print. And Chris Moretti, a well-known label industry identity, has got a new business, graphic label, and he has bought some kit from James Rodden, Edale Press, Party Finishing Equipment, starting up in the label business. Also big news this week, concluded really, the signage industry up in arms. Skope Group Services Manufacturing, Clear Skies trading in Skope Group Services Manufacturing. That business has gone through a doka, 70% of its debt has been wiped off, a handy $1.5 million saved, and that's now been bought by Anne and Charles Oren at Skope Group. Sign printers are saying we pay 100% in the dollar tax, and for suppliers, why don't they? That's of course an interesting one. Final story, Reactiv, the company bought by Kingsley Moore. When Impress printers went down 4 years ago, it was Impress, renamed it as Reactiv. That's gone into liquidation and the assets been bought by Mark Shergill, Focus Press. Assets, customer list, equipment. That's it for this week's issue of Print21. Go to print21.com.au for all the week's news in detail that you won't find anywhere else. My name is Wayne Robinson, signing off.